Yo, I gotta do my thing, I gotta do me. And my life like a scene straight out of movie. Forget the problems that I used to have. Everything is good, baby, life is grand. I used to sit around and wait for life to come to me. Thought I was comfortable, I wasn't living comfortably. And now I'm on one, just because I went and got it. I hit the islands and live a little exotic. Yeah, baby, I'm a go-getter, I'll never change. I'm all about my checks, yeah, I've been getting paid. I got a ton of zeros, I'm finna rage. I drop a couple thousand, take her on a dinner date. Yeah, I'm sipping champagne, alright. I'm puffing on the airplane all night. Yeah, we just caught a red eye, I'm feeling woozy. I gotta do my thing, you know I gotta do me. Fish.
I don't need no one to hold my hand. I do it on my own. Don't need nobody to walk me down my path. I'll do it all alone. I'm so free. Spread my wings. Yeah, I do me. Spread my wings.
I'll take you where you wanna go. I'ma do it all professional. Say I'm a rapper and she rolling eyes. I say you can hit the show with me, we going live. And girl, I got a feeling you ain't been alone. I think you got a man waiting for you home. And he ain't gotta know, girl, I'm just saying that I don't know if he would want you out here playing. But you so independent, you doing you. And yeah, you looking so fine, I love the view. And we can do whatever, baby, I don't follow rules. But when you poppin', you the one who get to choose. Fist.
I don't need no one to hold my hand. I do it on my own. Don't need nobody to walk me down my path. I'll do it all alone. I'm so free. Spread my wings. Yeah, I do me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're almost at the end of this year's summit, but there is still time to connect, build, and elevate at the remaining sessions, which include terminal traffic, setting up shop at the airport, franchise fever, making that established brand your own, Sisters Inc., handling our business, and go big or go home, winning that corporate contract. We have a number of seats that have a reserve sign or other placard there. If you're sitting in a seat and you know you don't belong in that seat, we kindly ask you to sit in a seat that doesn't have a placard or reserve sign. Thank you. If you have appointments with the Mastermind C-Suite, sponsored by Toyota, be sure to check in room 219 for your scheduled appointment. Listen up carefully about the dinner tickets for tonight. Dinner tickets for tonight's award celebration will be given out at the registration area today and at the afternoon in the Biz Hub at the BE booth. You must have a government-issued ID to claim your ticket. Lost tickets will not be replaced. Remember, tonight will be a celebration to remember, so please wear your very best cocktail attire and smile to celebrate another year of success with this year's Black Enterprise Entrepreneur Summit brought to you by Nationwide. There will be a special event with some of Charlotte's most powerful local entrepreneurs tomorrow morning discussing doing business in Charlotte. Breakfast will be served, and it will be another day to connect, elevate, and build before you go home. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to start the show? Are you excited? Do you feel good? I feel fantastic. Let's get this show on the road. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming once again the Chief Brand Officer for Women of Power, Caroline Clark.
Well, thank you. Thank you for that. That is a really nice way to be brought out. Good afternoon. It is customary during our respective summits to take the opportunity to recognize world-class corporate executives. This afternoon, we invite you to join us in celebrating those senior managers who are taking the lead on diversity, achieving measurable results while creating innovative environments that embrace us all. Corporate America continues to wrestle with an issue that's foundational to both its culture and its future. How can they ensure that the most underrepresented, still largely African Americans, have a seat at the decision-making table and a voice? More than just grappling daily with this issue, scores of champions of inclusion representing the nation's largest corporations are committed to not only devising creative initiatives to elevate diverse talent, but to disrupting the status quo to design more productive, more dynamic, and more inclusive employee-supportive companies. The reason we have chosen this venue to honor these exceptional men and women is that legions of them play a vital role in increasing procurement. Let's try that word again. They play a vital role in increasing procurement spend with minority-owned businesses, as well as establishing a series of programs to help advance the growth and capacity building of diverse companies. So we are here to honor those who made the 2018 Black Enterprise list of top executives in corporate diversity, our exclusive roster of leading professionals who drive innovation, productivity, and profitability by ensuring across-the-board diversity in the workforce, senior management, corporate governance, and supply chain. They are on the front lines of changing business in America, and as we well know, doing so takes courage and commitment. And so it is our privilege to recognize them at this time. Our President and CEO, Earl Butch Graves, will make the presentations as I call their names. Your role as we salute these exceptional executives, and it's critical, and you're going to have to come big, is to cheer them on. Offering remarks on behalf of the group is the Chief Inclusion Officer of the Dow Chemical Company, Karen Carter. Please welcome Karen.
All right, good afternoon. I am honored to be here representing the Dow Chemical Company and truly humbled to be recognized along with my distinguished peers on Black Enterprise's 2018 Top Executives in Diversity list. Thank you, Earl Butch Graves, Caroline Clark, and the entire Black Enterprise family for bringing attention to the critical work that all of us do. You know, my mom told me that out of all the recognition I've received over my 20-plus year career, that she is most proud of this one because it is from Black Enterprise. I have not been doing this work of creating diverse workforces and cultivating inclusive cultures very long, but I have come to realize a few things. The work that we do, it's not easy. And it is not for the faint at heart. But the work that we do is extremely necessary and must be done in order to change cultures and create equal opportunity. The work that we do is not always appreciated because we are often the voice in the room that must speak truth to power in order to level the playing field and create equal access. And the work that we do is not a job at all, but for me, it is a calling because I know that this work, more than any other business job that I've had in 24 years, has the ability to transform careers, communities, and companies' bottom lines. We know that the business case remains indisputable. And according to McKinsey's most recent study, Delivering Through Diversity, they reaffirm the correlation between more diverse leadership teams and financial outperformance. And while this and other research articulates, elevates, and validates the business case, progress remains slow. We are not there yet. When women in the US earn 80 cents on the dollar compared to their male counterparts, and Black women earn 63 cents and Hispanic women 54, we are not there yet. When over half of LGBTQ workers nationwide still hide who they are at work, we are not there yet. When the unemployment rate for persons with disabilities is twice that of those without a disability, we are not there yet. When women account for less than 5% of Fortune 500 CEOs and African Americans less than 1%, we are not there yet. These facts and others are why we cannot afford to get tired on our journey. This must serve as fuel for our perseverance. We are therefore not deterred, we are determined. We are not tired, we are tireless. We are not swayed, we are steadfast. We will leave corporate America better. We will leave our communities better. We will leave the world better. And we do this work not for a select few, but for everyone. So on behalf of all of the honorees, I want to again thank Black Enterprise for this prestigious recognition. And we commit to continuing to press for progress, being ever so mindful of the words of James Baldwin. The challenge is in the moment. The time is always now. Thank you.
love that quote. That was beautiful. Let's give Karen another round of applause. And now to our list of honorees. Butch, are you ready? Okay. Do I need the glasses? Vanessa Abrahams-John, Executive Director of Global Diversity, Inclusion, and Talent Acquisition, Praxair, Inc. Ernest Adams, Vice President and Chief Diversity and Inclusion Officer, Danaher Corporation. Marty Bell, Vice President, Global Talent Acquisition, Inclusion and Diversity and Team Member Experience, W.W. Granger, Inc. Nathaniel Bennett, Senior Vice President, Chief Diversity Officer, and Head of Talent Acquisition, Comerica Bank. Jana Brown, Senior Vice President, HR Chief Operating Officer, and Business Partner, TIAA. Karen Carter is back, Chief Inclusion Officer, the Dow Chemical Company. Ebony Travis is accepting on behalf of Camille Chang Gilmore, Global Chief Diversity Officer and Vice President, Human Resources, Interventional Cardiology, Boston Scientific Corporation. Argo Alexander, accepting on behalf of Libra Clemens, Global Head of Diversity and Inclusion, PayPal Holdings Company. Or not. Christopher Collier, Director, Talent Acquisition and Diversity and Inclusion, The Southern Company. Fred Colon, Chief Diversity and Inclusion Officer and Head of Enterprise Organization Effectiveness, The Travelers Companies, Inc. Camille Cunningham Pierce, Global Head, Diversity and Inclusion, Whirlpool Corporation. Andrew Davis, Global Chief Diversity and Inclusion Officer, The Coca-Cola Company. Michael Ford, Vice President, Global Diversity and Inclusion, The Boeing Company. Paul Francisco, Chief Diversity Officer, State Street Corporation. Charlita Hatch, accepting on behalf of Michelle Gatson-Williams, Managing Director, North American Inclusion and Diversity Lead, Accenture, PLC. Mia Hairston, Chief Diversity and Inclusion Officer, Nationwide. Barbara Hardy, Global Head of Diversity, Inclusion, and Belonging, NetApp Inc. Sharon Harvey Davis, Vice President, Diversity and Inclusion, Amron. William Hawthorne, Senior Vice President, Diversity Strategies and Legal Affairs, and Vice Chair, Diversity and Inclusion Business Council, Macy's, Inc. Joanne Hill, Director of Diversity and Employee Engagement, Aflac Incorporated. I know, I can never not do that, it's a problem, I don't know. Calvin Jackson, Director, Diversity and Inclusion, Tech Data Corporation. Ramon Jackson, Director, Diversity and Inclusion, Northwestern Mutual. Miranda Bennett King, accepting on behalf of Susan Johnson, Chief Diversity and Inclusion Officer, Hartford Financial Services Group. Stephanie Smith, accepting on behalf of Jewel Kachera, Chief Diversity Officer, Fifth Third Bank. Anthony Rucker, accepting on behalf of Latanya King, Director, Diversity and Inclusion, Duke Energy Corporation. Miriam Lewis, Head of Inclusion and Diversity, The Clorox Company. Cheryl Lindsay, Director, HR, Global Diversity, Inclusion, and Community Engagement, Hanes Brands, Inc. Janice Little, Global Chief Diversity Officer, Lowe's Companies. Kim Manigault Jenkins, Chief Diversity and Inclusion Officer, Key Corp. Bethany Mason, Director, Diversity and Inclusion, Dollar General Corporation. Dr. Charlesiah McLean, Global Head of Diversity and Inclusion, Lados Holdings, Inc. Wendy McSweeney, Senior Vice President, Enterprise Inclusion, SunTrust Banks. Doug Melville, Chief Diversity Officer, TBWA North America, Omnicom Group. Marlon Moore, Chief Diversity and Inclusion Officer, the Huntington National Bank. Kathleen Navarro, Vice President and Chief Diversity Officer, New York Life. Billy O'Quinn, Director, Global Diversity and Inclusion, the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company. Harold Batiste, accepting on behalf of Merrill Perkins Chavis, Vice President, Workforce Engagement and Global Diversity and Inclusion, Marriott International. Christopher Rowland, Global Diversity Officer, Manpower Group, Inc. Angela Russell, Vice President, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, CUNA Mutual Group. CUNA. Lori Sutton, Director of Diversity, Inclusion, and Human Equity, Vectren Corporation. Steve Jarrett, accepting on behalf of Tracy Wade, Director, Diversity and Inclusion, Oracle Corporation. Regina Hayward, accepting on behalf of Jimmy Walton Pascal, Executive Vice President, Enterprise Diversity and Inclusion and Strategic Philanthropy, Wells Fargo. Jeffrey Webster, Director of Diversity and Inclusion, Nissan North America. Reggie Willis, Senior Director, Diversity and Inclusion and Early Talent Programs, Ally Financial, Inc. Carlos Cubia, Chief Diversity Officer, Walgreens. can we get one more round of applause for our entire slate of honorees? That's right. Give it up, give it up, give it up. Thank you, Butch, and thank you so much, and thank you to all of them for making the trek to be here with us today. It is now time for our elevator and pop-up pitch competitions. Please welcome back to the stage my friend and yours now, the terrific entrepreneur editor of Smart Hustle magazine, Raymond Ray.
Y'all having a good time still? I'm nervous. We're gonna have a great time today. How many of you have ever seen a pitch competition before? Okay, good. Well, those of you who haven't, you're gonna have a good time and see it today. And those of you who have, you're gonna see some more good times as well. So, if you're looking to find your fortune, ladies and gentlemen, as an entrepreneur, investor, or professional in tech, we invite you to attend our Tech Connect Summit. For the 4th year in a row, we'll be returning to Silicon Valley October 8th to the 9th at the San Francisco Marriott Waterfront Hotel. How many have been to the Black Enterprise Tech Connect Summit before? Yeah, good. A few people have. It's an amazing event. I've gone there and learned quite a bit about technology and business, and I encourage all of you to consider being in there. So please now direct your attention to the video screens as we show you this video.
Join the best and the brightest in the Black tech community in Silicon Valley and beyond for the 4th annual Black Enterprise Tech Connect Summit. Hear from game changers and influencers in the tech space. While showcasing top students from historically Black colleges and universities competing in the Tech Connect Hackathon.
This event was so much fun, it was so intense, but it was so beneficial because at the end of the day, I learned so much more about myself and what other students were thinking and how to actually impact the world and create something new and just extremely innovative for something better.
What I enjoyed from the hackathon was, even though it's a competition, it's still a friendly competition. So I like the atmosphere.
This hackathon really was able to increase my knowledge and increase the skill that I have.
Be there this October 2018 in San Francisco, California. For more information, log on to blackenterprise.com/TCX.
Amazing. So, y'all all going, right? Awesome. So listen, we're gonna have people here pitching their business. And we need to have energy, excitement. This is not for me. This is for our judges. It is very difficult to pitch. Can I hear a resounding applause? Can I know that you're out there? Thank you. We want to keep that energy up for the sake of those who are going to be pitching. Make sense? All right, great. So we have 4 finalists who will be competing for a grand prize of $10,000 this afternoon. They're each anxiously waiting in the back there, right there, for their chance to bring their best business pitch and go head to head. This is a competition with fellow finalists before a wonderful panel of judges. Now, this is a fast-paced and enlightening high-stakes competition, and I urge you to pay very close attention. What you witness here this afternoon may be the instruction you'll need when the opportunity comes for you to pitch your own businesses. Now I'd like to explain the competition's format. Finalists are going to compete in 2 rounds. In round 1, each finalist will present their best 3-minute pitch about their product or services. The top 2 pitches, as determined by the judges, will advance to round 2. Then in round 2, the final round, 2 finalists will be selected and give their best 30-second pitch. Now, our panel of judges will deliberate and determine the winner for the grand prize of how much? $10,000. It's a lot of money. In between those 2 rounds are 3 finalists from the pop-up pitch. will have 1 minute to pitch their business idea, and you, our audience members, will determine the winner by using the BE Events app. This is very important. So take your phones out, take out the Bizaboo app, and I believe, but somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, you go to this selection, you go to this agenda item in there, and at that area is a way to vote for the finalists. I believe that is how it's done. If you don't know, ask your neighbor. Here to help move the competition along is my co-host for the afternoon, and I am so deliriously excited. He is a rising star, a writer, and producer who has earned credits for several shows, such as the Emmy Award-winning daytime television hit, Steve, Miss Universe, Showtime at the Apollo on Fox, and Little Big Shots on NBC. He has also heard weekdays from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time throughout the country on the Steve Harvey Morning Show radio broadcast, and he's affectionately referred to as Junior. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, with a resounding round of applause, your favorite play cousin, Kier Junior Spade.
You better lie to these people. You better lie to them. How y'all doing? How are y'all doing? It is a, wait, come on, yeah, come on, BE. Come on, y'all can do better than that. Come on now. We have, it's $10,000. $10,000, man. $10,000. This is actually cool. It is an honor to be here at the Black Enterprise Entrepreneur Summit and Marathon. Thank you. Because we have walked all through this convention center, ain't you? And my old one feet hurting right now. It ain't but noon. We still got to go all night long. So I'm so glad to be here, man. I don't even know how this works. All I know is I'm just here to make it fun. That's all I'm here to do. Now, I'm about to get into competition because I didn't know it was 10,000. So I'm going to have to just step out, dog. I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to get in this. You know what 10,000 is? You know how bad I need 10,000 right now? Do y'all even understand what 10,000 is? Is y'all here?
So, Kier, we got the finalists ready to go now. They need to pitch, Kier.
Yeah, man, they need this, man. This is big for them.
It is.
I saw them backstage. They back there nervous.
I'm nervous, too.
I'm not nervous for them. I'm really excited for them. They're a little nervous. So we need to give them some energy, be into it, let them know that they're doing a great job, support them. It's for 10,000. This is something they've been working on, man. This is something that could change their life. Now, me, if the pitch don't go well, that's why I'm here. I'm here to help your pitch. If I see them struggling, they get to, they falling off. When they finish that pitch, just look over at me. I'll let you know if it's going well. Now, if you're up here pitching, it's not going well, just look over at me. I will let you know if your pitch is doing really good or if your pitch is really, really not doing good. That's all I'm here for. I'm just a truth sayer, man. So,
what other advice do you have, Junior, for those who are pitching? What have you seen like in bad pitches that just you don't like?
Okay, the first advice I would say is you have to know your product, right?
Okay.
Know your product. Don't have us in here trying to guess what it is. We ain't got that kind of time. Our feet hurt. Everybody got a headache. We got a dinner to go to. Know your product. When we see it, we should know what it is. Don't be at home, you done built something ain't nobody recognize. Because you been in the room by yourself. You done built this, then brought up here to Black Enterprise. Tell me, look at this. That's know your product first off.
Now, what if it's a complicated product? What if it's an app, something really cool and high-tech and it's complicated?
We ain't paying for that. We paying for stuff we can recognize.
Okay.
If your product is complicated, you need to go to Silicon Valley. We not Silicon. This Black Enterprise. You see all these black folks in here? Talking about if your product complicated, that's it. We want simplified product we can work with.
Okay, another question for you then.
Yeah.
What about those people, Junior, who they're shy. They maybe talk real quiet.
Well,
they're scared.
Then you in the wrong place again. This $10,000. If you ain't, let's put it like this. I go get a homeless man, bring him here right now. He'll sell everything in here for $10,000. Homeless people, don't they sell you on $1 at the light? Come on, dog, just $1, dog, $1. Do you imagine what they do for $10,000? So you can't be shy.
And now, what about the judges? Now, sometimes the judges, Junior, we've done this many years. Maybe they're mean. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're too soft. What are you telling the judges? What do the judges do? How do they judge?
Okay, if you saying if a judge is mean?
Yeah. What do you do? The
okay,
mean
well,
judge.
I would hope they wouldn't hire mean judges.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, I think they would get judges that would want to help people get the money.
Okay.
I don't think it's a mean judge. Now, if a judge is mean, I see a mean judge, I'll let everybody know when they come up here. Look here, don't talk to that one. That's a mean judge.
Okay. So we need to get Butch up here just to get him out. Just tell him.
Dog, we gonna make it work for him, man. We just here to root them on. That's our job is. Okay. That's it, man. Are you nervous? You good?
I'm very nervous.
Because you act like you in the competition or something. What's all this information you need for? Ain't you got a company?
I got 4. I started 4.
You got 4?
Yeah.
Dog, you got 4 companies?
I had started 4.
That explains the glasses. I knew it. I knew it, man. So whatever you're going to do, man, we're ready, man.
Yeah, no, we're ready too, but, we got a few more things we're taking back there, so we got a little more time just to educate the audience.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You mean tell me we ain't ready?
Yeah.
Do what you call me out here for, dog. All I do is ready. So we doing prep work right now. This prep work.
Exactly. We're just practicing to get ready for the real thing.
Okay, we got to get ready for the real thing. Okay.
Exactly.
Go ahead, man. What you need now?
Yeah, so another question for you is, what do you tell people out here who wish they could be in the pitch competition? They're like, man, why didn't they pick me?
Okay.
What happens?
Okay, so you saying some people, did some of y'all wish y'all was in the pitch competition? Okay, then you need to apply during the time it's time to apply. You can't be hoping to be in the pitch competition at the pitch competition. When Black Enterprise put out, they were looking for ideas. Submit your idea on time. Now, for right now, you just got to watch other people win $10,000. That's all. Why is your question so basic for me? I'm out here killing it.
Okay,
I ain't been this smart since 3rd grade. Lord have mercy.
You want a complicated question? A difficult
Go
question?
ahead, dog. Just go ahead.
All right, so somebody's starting a business.
Okay.
And they're trying to decide if they should take outside venture funding, take funding from their grandmother or the mama, or just use their credit cards to fund their company, which is a common thing, right, in business.
Right.
They wonder where they get money from.
So, let me get it right. So, if you have a business, they're trying to figure out if they take money from a venture,
Yeah, the investor,
credit card company,
or your mother, grandmother.
or your family.
Yes.
Okay, I can tell you right off the bat, don't take that money from that family. Don't take their money. Because if you make any money off the money that you took from them, dog, they want your whole company.
That is true.
No, you go out and take the money from your family, make $3. They feel like they president of the company because they gave you the money. That ain't how they work. So that's out. The other two sound better than family, that's all. A business venture and a credit card company. Them sound like people you got to sit down and talk to. Don't go in there and beg your mom and your daddy. Your brother, dog, your cousin. You see Larry. You borrowed $5 from Larry. Larry owned you about that $5 for 3 weeks.
That is true.
So you don't think you should take it from family. I think you should just go ahead and take it from some other people. Don't take it from family. They ready?
Almost ready.
Okay. Dog, you got a microphone. He don't know what he doing. He just... I'm trying to talk to him. He back there. He don't even use his mic. I don't even...
My wife said the same thing to me all the time.
There you go, man. I'm just saying, man. You gotta
right.
stay up here. No, stay up here. Just stay up here. There you go. That way we can talk. I quit talking this way.
Okay.
Then we can talk to the people.
Okay.
Yeah, this part I do.
Okay.
No, trust me. See how that works?
Okay, got it.
There you go. Now, you can see the people. We can talk to them now.
Okay.
Yeah, you back there. I'm all back there. See the back of my suit. They know how many threads is in it. Just stay your behind up here. Ooh, these glasses, boy. This boy here smart.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get this show on the road. Junior, you're amazing,
hey,
man.
Do that for me one more time. Do that again.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get this show on the road.
All right, dog. Just playing. Okay. One more time, for real, though. Just do it one more time.
I'm not going to do it again.
No, just one more time. Come on, dog.
You got to follow
And
what
for
your code says.
$10,000, do it for me one time.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get this show on the road. All right, here we go. We'll call up our 4 finalists. I'm not sure if it's one at a time.
Hey, hold on. We ain't going to run past that. He said, let Jimmy. Tell the show hit it.
Finalist number 1, Junior.
Okay, man.
Here we go. Felicia Jackson. Well, actually, we should call up our judges first. Judges,
Yeah,
come on up.
Judges. That's a judge name.
Judges, come on up.
Yeah. Go ahead and introduce the judges. Who's the judges? Here they come. You going to introduce the judges?
Yeah, I'm going to do some as they come up there. Okay. Yeah. We're glad to have you all here. Thanks for being here again today. You've seen many of our judges here before. Butch, thanks for being here. Why don't you say hello to everyone?
Hilarious man I've seen.
Hello, everybody, and good luck, everybody.
Hello, hello, hello. Tell everybody who you are.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dawn Dixon, and I'm excited to judge.
All right, hey, Dawn, and welcome once again, Ms. Janice Fran Howard. Good to see you again. Thanks for being here.
Oh, heavy hitters out here for the judges. Okay. Okay, they're going to be a little nervous for real now.
All right, so y'all ready to go?
Yeah, man.
Again, the finalists have 3 minutes to pitch. The judges will offer critiques of a total of 8 minutes. The judges will then go off stage and deliberate, and we'll turn the show back over to Junior.
All right, man.
Here we go. So,
let's get it.
Finalist number 1, come on up. That's Felicia Jackson of CPR Rap. Can we give her a round of applause?
Doing good, good.
So, Felicia, the floor is yours. Whenever you're ready to start, ma'am. Go ahead. Her clock again. Junior, I just messed up again.
Don't worry about it, dog. We know. You got glasses. It's cool.
In 2002, my 2-year-old son was a victim of a choking incident. I was working in the medical field and CPR certified, but I forgot what I was trained to do. Thankfully, my husband was there and was able to save our son. According to the American Heart Association, more than 350,000 cardiac arrests occur in the U.S. every year, with 92% of people dying even before they reach the hospital. The CPR wrap combats this. It is made from a durable but pliable plastic, has a one-way valve mouth barrier for rescue breathing, has simple hand placements for proper compressions, and CPR instructions that can be translated into any language for more global usage. They come in sizes of adult, child, and infant with a price point of $15.99. Our target market is the lay responder, people that don't know or know very little CPR. Our plan is to partner with medical device distributors, first aid kit and AED devices, hospitals, school systems, and large retail chains to strategically reach our end users in this $2 billion industry. To date, we are vendors for Walmart.com, 2 Tennessee school systems, HCA Park Ridge Hospital, and the University of Tennessee. Our team consists of people that are smart in the medical industry with 20 years experience, medical and logistics. Please help me save lives with CPR Wrap because our mission is to give anyone the power to save a life. Thank you so much.
So judges, please begin your deliberation.
I'm sorry, give me your first name again.
Felicia Jackson.
Felicia.
Yes.
So, a few questions.
Yes.
Number one, we understand what the purpose of this invention is. What's the cost of your product, and what is your cost compared to others? Is there a similar competition? What is it? Why would I want to have the CPR wrap, or why does the family want to have it, or why does the hospital want to have it? And what is the cost for them to be able to have it?
Okay, the cost of the CPR wrap is $15.99 as compared to other products that are out there that are battery-driven and pneumatic-driven. Those prices range from $200 to $17,000. So the product is affordable, portable, and simplistic. And I think that's the key right now. You know, they don't have to spend a lot of money to save a life.
Thanks, Felicia. Are you currently in the market with this, and what does your traction look like?
Yes, been in the market. It's 2 years now, going strong. And right now, we're with hospitals and school systems and just people that want to have them in their home. And we are scaling every year because I tell people every day that it's not a matter of having a great product if no one knows about it. And so the more people know about CPR Wrap, the more they included into
So
their
like
business.
how many units have you sold?
How many units? We have sold worth 30,000 worth right now. We're rebranding right now. And with that rebranding comes new packaging and everything. And so now we are really getting out and getting these deals. Delta was our latest.
So 30,000 units?
Ma'am?
30,000 units?
$30,000.
$30,000, okay.
$30,000 or 30,000 units?
$30,000 worth, yeah.
Which
So
is
that's
how-
probably like 2,000 units.
$15.99 a unit?
$15.99 a unit.
Okay.
And we were, like the cost, we were trying to go with the cost, be it $20, $15, and that's all inclusive, 30, but we decided on $15.99.
Felicia, I have two questions that are connected for you. First of all, I had heard about your product because I work with clients who use it. Here's the first question for you. We live in an environment now that needs to be sustained. How green is your product as you seek to save human lives? How does your product impact the life on Earth and the universe? And my next question is, in line with that, how do we repurpose your product? Is your product made of materials that we can repurpose, or is it reusable, and can one product save more than one life?
Right. Now the product, I was thinking about green, and the initial material that I used was PVC, and I know they have very bad properties and can be very toxic. And so right now we've transitioned to a medical grade plastic that's called TPU. And the shelf life is probably be about 10 years. Now, if I was to use my CPR wrap on my son, that's my baby. And so I would reuse it, but it is a disposable one. But if I was to use it on somebody else, then I would, you can recycle it.
You have a challenge with branding your product. Your product is highly brandable. How are you integrating social media with your product? And how are you respecting privacy rights of people who buy your product and how you commerce it?
Right. And so we respect everybody's privacy. A lot of these corporate entities that purchase it, of course, we take on the responsibility for anything dealing with our product. We are insured, and we offer demonstration and also training. So we got all of that out there. We have disclaimers. If you want to go and you want to look online and see how to use the product, we do that. And we're backed by a lot of medical professionals that are vetted. You know, I'm a CPR instructor as well as 20 years in the medical field as a physical therapist assistant.
Well, I think it's exciting that Black lives are saving lives, so thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. I have one more question. Oh, we can't. What are your margins? Just, do you know what your margins are?
Yes, our margins, we have actually 3 different verticals because we are like Walmart.com and Amazon. So our verticals are between 50% profit margin, and as with our own e-commerce, we're around 84%.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, keep the hashtag Black Lives Saving Lives.
Black Lives Saving Lives. I got it. Thank you.
Great job, Felicia. Girl, way to hang in there. You hear me? Way to hang in there. Better wrap people life up. You better wrap, walk off, girl. She out here just wrapping people up. I like that, man. Wasn't that pretty good? Give her a round of applause. She was outstanding.
Absolutely.
That was outstanding.
All right, our next contestant, y'all ready? Jennifer Lau, Lush Yummies Pie Company. And Junior, I got to do some work. I work for her now.
All right. Oh, man, this is a lot. Okay. I got Papa. Oh, this is a real competition. Okay. Oh, you ain't playing. How you doing? You good? Just make sure you need anything? Good. Go ahead. Hey, they got stuff. Okay.
Show of hands, who likes cheesecake? Okay, what about lemon pie? Well, what if I told you that I found a way to combine the two? My granddad taught me to make pie. His favorite was his mom's lemon butter. He used to take me along to shop for ingredients. He'd pick up those lemons, toss them from one hand to the other hand. He'd smell them. hold them up to his ear. They tell you if they're ready to be eaten or not. He say with a smile, "Hi, my name is Jennifer Lyle, and I'm a trained pastry chef with a bachelor's degree from Howard University and training from Le Cordon Bleu Culinary School, and I'm the proud owner of Lush Yummy's Pie Company. Lush Yummy's Pie Company fresh bakes lemon butter pies in Detroit, Michigan with local ingredients and a 4th-generation recipe. Our pies come in 2 sizes. Our 6-ounce pie costs $1.32 to make and wholesales for $3.50 with a 62% profit margin. And our 42-ounce pie costs $6 to make and wholesales for $12.75 with a 52% profit margin. Our target audience is women ages 21 through 50, and we have sold over 10,000 units of pie with over $52,000 in sales, and this was done with just 5 grocery stores and selling at Detroit's historical Eastern Market. We've recently won an award for Best Dish at the Making It in Michigan trade show Kroger contest. From there, Kroger decided to place us in just one pilot store. But we did so well at our pilot store that Kroger has now agreed to place us in 40 stores across the U.S. by the end of 2018. Thank you. And 123 stores by the end of 2019. And to seal the deal, we also just made a deal with Meijer. And so now our projected sales growth for just 40 Kroger stores alone is $400,000. These are life-changing numbers. So today, I need funding to purchase equipment to increase efficiency and production in the kitchen and packaging to meet order demands. That includes a walk-in freezer, label applicator, box packaging, and label packaging. With these funds, I will not only be able to grow my company, but I will have much greater reach, and I will be able to provide jobs to my community. And who's making all these pies, you ask? Good question. I've partnered with one of Detroit's top high schools and my alma mater, Cass Tech, where we hire students who are aspiring pastry chefs, and we give them the opportunity to explore the exciting world of culinary arts, all while giving them the opportunity to earn and learn. And to protect ourselves, our name, Lush Yummy's Pie Company, has been trademarked, as well as lemon butter pie, okay? And to differentiate ourselves from our competitors, we use very specific packaging to tell the story behind these 4th-generation pies. We also offer classes and catering. So there it is, we've solved your problem. You no longer have to wait for that holiday for that favorite pie. So Lush Yummy's Pie Company, thank you.
Oh my God.
And I have samples.
Do you have a pie in there for me? Sitting over there trying to
Always good to warm up the judges, always good.
Hello. Okay.
I gotta open it. Here we go.
Oh, from the back. I'll show you.
On the back, okay.
From the back. Janice?
No, those are
one
your
of them,
samples.
We greedy.
Oh, we're gonna taste this.
I want to taste the pie. So bad. And I can't get it open.
Junior's still opening
So my first question is, how are you addressing packaging? We gotta get this thing open.
You know, we actually used to have a paper packaging, but we found that when we were delivering it, the moisture and like water
Wrapped to stay fresh.
Yes. So we found that plastic was a lot better, and it helped us with our shelf life, and the packaging didn't get ruined in delivery.
It may be more about my nails than your packaging.
Yeah, Janice, I'll open it. You got it?
Got it.
Well, while we're opening this, can you tell us about your team? How many people on your team? And I heard you mention about that you're sourcing talent from a local university?
For high school.
High school, okay.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
We have 5 people on our team. So of course myself, we have 2 other students who are phenomenal, in the area of culinary arts. My husband actually has his CDL, and he has his own fleet of trucks. So he handles our delivery, so we don't have to worry about going with a distributor who will take our funding, who will take money out of our pocket for delivery.
Wait a minute, Jennifer. I just went to heaven.
It is good. It's real good.
Heaven on a lemon cloud.
Yeah. Okay. So you did mention you have some really great relationships now. I'm going to go to 40 Kroger and now to Meijer. With your husband driving the truck, how are you going to scale that to accommodate this expansion with just your husband? I know he may be busy to do
Yeah,
all
well,
that.
no, he actually, this is what he does for a living, so, and he's in the process of starting his own trucking company. My father-in-law also drives trucks with my husband, and they're bringing on other employees. Right now with Kroger and Meijer, they have warehouses, and so once you get up to a certain amount of stores, like that 40 number, you're delivering to the warehouse. And so you're not doing direct store delivery for 40 stores because that can be a bit much. So you're delivering to one specific warehouse, and then the warehouse is then distributing it to all of their stores, and that goes for Kroger as well as Meijer. Kroger is in Ohio, and then Meijer is right outside of Brownstown in Michigan.
Yeah. Are you making these, or you have or outsourced the production and packaging?
No, I have my own production kitchen in Eastern Market. I think that it's very important for us to make it ourselves. A lot of people will say, oh, well, just get someone else to make it, but I feel that, you know, it takes away that personal touch when we have other people making it. So I want to make sure that my people are making it in our production kitchen.
Are you interested in funding to help you grow your business to a certain size then, or are you addressing a phase one?
So eventually, what I would like to do is be one of the largest baked goods manufacturers in the United States.
Yes.
So that is my ultimate goal. And I think that, you know, it starts right here in Detroit where I'm at currently, and we're working with Eastern Market. They are phenomenal. They have on average 40,000 people going through the market every day. It's the largest market in Michigan. And they also are building incubator spaces, and they understand our growth. And so they're working with us to get an even larger facility within the market.
Is it going to stay lemon, or are you looking at an expanded product line?
So we're looking at an expanded product line. So this is one of my granddad's pies. He had a farm with his mother in the 40s in Birmingham, Alabama, and they made several pies. And this was just their favorite, and this is my family's favorite too. So this is the first pie that we're rolling out of many.
May I ask her one more question?
Yeah. And you can ask as many questions you like.
So you know, with me, it's about staying green and sustainability. This question is more about how you source for product. I couldn't hear when you were talking. Are you sourcing from local markets? Are you buying from, do you have any inclusion and diversity in your supply base? Are you looking to buy from small farmers? Or how are you sourcing and helping us keep things green?
Yes, so Eastern Market is all about local, all about farming. So we definitely use local farmers. And then we also...
Hold on 1 second.
I'm sorry. Oh, thank you. And for our dairy products, we use a local farm called Guernsey Farms in Michigan. So we definitely want to make sure that we keep it local. And then even as we grow and expand, we're looking to bring on more diversity as well in our suppliers.
So a few questions. One, I thought the presentation was good. I would just simply say to you, when you're giving a presentation, you have 3 minutes. Don't rush through it so quickly.
Okay.
Because when you're rushing through it so quickly, we can't pick up all the things that you're saying.
Okay.
It's better to hit 6 points really well than hit 10 points in an average basis.
Okay.
But that said, scale. And I talk about this all the time in terms of not access to capital. Let's assume you had the access to capital. At the end of the day, you're saying right now you're making all of your own products. Your husband's driving the truck, and you have other people or other family members who are involved, what have you. If tomorrow Walmart, who's one of the people here or the sponsors here, said, I love this product, they don't have 10 stores, right? They've got 10,000 stores, right? And they have the ability to be able to buy a number of different things. The question is, how can you get to scale? I'm going to come back to the profit thing. You mentioned it, but I didn't pick it up exactly what you said your margin was exactly.
No problem. I can go
on it. But how can you get to scale? You can't get to scale if you're making every single pie and put your hands on every single one, right? You simply, it would be another recipe that someone has that their grandmother or grandfather created, a new barbecue sauce or what have you, but you'll never be able to get to scale to get to profit. And ultimately, we'd love you to be the new Black Intimates, right? Where you can make any number of different things. But in order to be able to do that, you have to be able to get to scale. So the question goes back to the issue of, I know you're making it in Detroit, somewhere in your kitchen or somewhere else, wherever you're making it. How can you get to scale? How would you use the investment dollars? I think Janice asked about this. How would you use the investment dollars is it just investment dollars just to stay on a smaller basis, or are you looking to be able to make this into something bigger, and how you could do it where someone who said to you, forget about the $10,000 you might win today, if someone came to you tomorrow and said, I have $1 million for you, how would you use that money?
Okay. I know it was a lot of questions. Okay.
It's a lot of questions, but
I got
stay
it.
with it. The first one was a comment in regards to just presentation.
Okay.
But scale. Let's go stay with scale.
So I understand that with scale, it's all about, in addition to, resources, increasing your revenue, right? So with scale, I'm working with one of our advisors who is actually an advisor for Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small, and he is helping us with that. I understand that, once we get to a certain point, my husband is not going to be able to do deliveries, right? That's inevitable. And so we've talked about the idea of bringing on a distributor, and I know that that is a bridge that we will have to cross, and I'm not, opposed to that bridge, but at the current moment, we're not at the point that we have to, but when we do, we will. We've had conversations with Carmela Foods, that is a distributor, as well as Lipari Foods in Michigan, and they handle large scale, like 10,000 stores, 20,000 stores, and they will handle that for us. In terms of funding today,
Jennifer,
yes,
I heard you, because Butch is asking you a very significant question.
Yes, ma'am.
I heard you speak to distributorship, and that's fine to support scale.
Mm-hmm.
I think you want to answer the question for yourself, if not for us, on how you're going to implement robotics into your business, or how you're going to have some form of shared partnership with a company or an enterprise that's already set up to deliver food to market. Because right now, as good as your food is, and it is really good, it's worth the calories.
You ain't lying.
I would not invest in it if you got two people making it, because y'all can't afford to catch the flu or win the lottery on my money.
Yes, ma'am, I understand. Well, right now, in terms of growth, I mean, we definitely would be able to handle that. And in terms of automation, that was one, I know I was talking really fast, but that's one of the things that I mentioned. So with funding today, we would definitely be able to purchase a label applicator. So that's one a significant piece of operation, and I think that would definitely help with efficiency in the kitchen, especially when you're, growing at that large of a rate.
We're talking about baking the pies.
Well, in terms of baking the pies, for automation, what you can do is have a machine to mix it for you and pour it to the exact amount that you need, and then we would still have to put that into an oven. We do have multiple ovens, so we are looking for automation on that point as well as packaging.
How long have you been in business?
We've been in business for 3 years.
And how many pies have you sold?
In total?
Yeah.
We've sold well over, I would say about 15,000 at this point.
15,000 of this size?
Yeah, we have that size, and then we also have a larger pie, which is our 42-ounce pie. That one is $6 to make, $12.75 wholesale with a 52% profit margin.
So total revenue you've generated in these 3 years, would you say, is how much?
We've generated at this point close to, I know last year we did 52,000. The year before that we did about 23,000, and the year before that we did 10. So we've had significant growth over the years, and then going to 40 stores, that would put us to 400,000 just with Kroger alone.
You're going to have to call Aunt Vi on Queen Sugar.
I love this show.
So back to something that Janice said in her session earlier today. I want to go back to you're not doing this just for the love of this. There has to be a profit, right?
Correct.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's wonderful to do this, but you have to have a profit. So in this, your margins, your real profit, because are you paying yourself, you're paying your husband, you've got to go through all these different things. What is your margin on this right now? If you would, on the big pie, let's just take the big pie.
The profit margin on the big pie is 52%. So it's cost $6 to make, $12.75 wholesale. So it's a 52% profit margin.
And compared to other pie companies or food companies, I'll call them pie companies, is that a good margin, a bad margin? What does that stand?
That's actually a really good margin. I mean, a lot of pie companies, I've noticed, especially in Detroit, We won countless awards, so we know that the market is there and people buy it. We sell out a product every week. And a lot of people, a lot of other bakeries, which I know them in Michigan, they sell their products for like $7 or $5. But we really instill quality in our pie, and that's why I think our customers are willing to pay the price point that we have.
You said your wholesale cost is around 12. What's the actual price in the store? So what's the market price?
The market price in the store is $16.99. Okay. For the whole pies. For the squares, the market price is $5.99.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm tell you right now, you're going to hurt a lot of people with diabetes. I'm going to tell you that much right now. This pie is good. I'm not going to lie to you. Lush, yummies.
Yes.
Good, girl. Go ahead then. Y'all give her a round of applause. Knew your business.
So, Junior, what'd you think? We had we got the CPR wrap, we got the pie company.
Yeah, yeah. I'm finna eat another pie right now.
Okay.
This y'all need to try this. This thing is, who want to try this? Come on, girl, come on get this pie. Come on. Come on here, get this pie.
And if you
I'll
choke,
you right
you'll be
now.
okay. We got CPR wrap, so let's go.
Yeah, there you go. No. Girl, I had it. You know what? I don't even know what to say to you, lady. I'm sorry. That's little babies in here. That is cool.
She bumped your head. Okay.
Wait,
Let's
baby.
get the
Come
next
on up here.
contestant. Thank you, Junior. Let's get the next contestant here. Raven Solomon, intern local. Come on down.
All right. Here we go.
My name is Raven Solomon, and I'm the founder of Intern Local. I want you to meet Lori. Lori is a rising senior at Spelman College. She just got this bomb internship with Wells Fargo in Charlotte, but the problem is her family's in Macon, Georgia. She knows no one in Charlotte and doesn't even know where to begin in terms of finding housing. I also want you to meet Dominique. Dominique is also a rising senior, but she goes to NC State and she lives in Raleigh. She too has no idea where to start with housing, but she does have this phenomenal internship opportunity with Belk, also here in Charlotte. Just like Dominique, every year hundreds of thousands of interns struggle to find short-term housing when they go and intern with a company. They search places like Craigslist and Airbnb and apartments.com and university housing if they're lucky, but they spend countless hours trying to scour through countless listings to find affordable housing, and then they still don't know who they'll be rooming with. Why not create a space where Lori and Dominique can connect before they come to Charlotte, and they can possibly find housing together, also room together, cutting down on their cost? Now that we've introduced Dominique and Lori, allow me to introduce you to the platform on which they'll meet in the future, Intern Local. Intern Local is a web-based platform that connects incoming interns with each other and short-term housing solutions. Here's how it works. We contract with the companies and provide them access for their interns to the platform at a fee. We also secure all of the listings, and we take care of making sure that's in the platform. Secondly, we create that safe space for interns to connect. Third, we show them the options in terms of short-term housing in one location. And then, after they've made their decision, we offer them convenience by selling them sheets, bed towels, toiletries, etc., of course at a markup price. You're probably wondering at this point, are there really that many interns in the United States? And the answer is absolutely. Studies show that approximately 15 million internships are awarded annually across the U.S. When we talk about Charlotte, which is one of the fastest growing populations as it relates to millennials, we estimate conservatively that there are about 2.5 thousand internships awarded in Charlotte. 1.6 thousand of those, or 1,600, are incoming interns that do not live in Charlotte. Our revenue model, really quickly, there are 4 ways we make money. One way, we charge the companies for access to the platform. Two, we make sure that the leasers pay a placement fee when we hook them up with tenants. Third, we make sure that the interns are buying those convenience boxes. And fourth, there's a transaction fee to pay online. Why not, or why stop at connecting?
Raven, thank you. You are addressing something that is current, future, and complex. You gave us elements of data, one of which included 15.5 internships. That has to grow with the scale of jobs and the change in skill sets that not just the nation, but the world needs. Where are you getting your data from as you share it with us?
Yes, ma'am. So we've gotten our data from online by searching some very credible resources, such as the National Association of Colleges and Employers. So we've searched that, but we've also done some primary research on our own. So over time, I've developed relationships with talent acquisition managers and leaders across the city of Charlotte. That includes everyone from Wells Fargo to Bank of America to Spectrum. And in that primary research, we were able to really tap into how many interns they're hiring, what their problems are primarily, how they're finding housing today, and that's how we came to the realization that this is a real problem.
And in a global economy, there are no foreign entities. What languages are your platforms accessible to or built from?
Yes, ma'am. So today it's in English, but hopefully, as time passes, we hope to scale globally. And with technology being the most scalable option as it relates to building a business, we think that that would be rather quick. And so to your point, we will be going into Spanish next, and then possibly French and going over into Europe.
There are many mid-sized companies that are born mid-sized, and a significant number of those are from foreign investors or people who don't speak English investing into an English-based economy. Are you looking at how you transfer or communicate value with that respect, or do you have a more niche market for your intern program?
I think in the beginning it is more niche, and as we build and scale, I think that it's certainly possible for us to reach the globe.
Thank you. Do you accept more than one currency? How do transactions occur?
They'll be in U.S. dollars.
Okay.
Yes.
My question, I have a couple questions. Who is your target customer? You have 4 different revenue streams there, so I wasn't clear where you start and where you feel that the real value is. And then if you could expand on your customer acquisition costs, so like what is it even costing you to get this pipeline rolling? And then lastly, please share a little bit more about how you generate revenue. You just mentioned fees, but how would you really be able to scale this?
Yes, so I'll start with your last question because that's the one I remember right off the top of my head. But in terms of the cost associated for the actual client, it'll start out at $99 per intern. So for a corporation, they will pay a $99 access fee per intern. To put that into perspective, there are some large corporations that have a dedicated resource that connects, the interns with housing options, and those folks are paid $55,000 on average, and then you're not even talking about benefits from that perspective. And so when you talk about benefits, we're probably talking $85,000. If we look at a corporation like Bank of America or Wells Fargo, where they have 400 interns, 400 times $99 is just for $40,000, right? And so we're cutting their cost in half by providing this service for them. And then could you tell me your second question? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was who's your target customer and what's your customer acquisition cost?
Yes, so there's a bit of complexity to our model in the sense that the corporations are our first customer, right? And then our secondary customer would be the intern that actually utilizes the platform. And then on the backside, there are the leasors, right? So the people who are listing their properties on our site. There is, a point of acquisition that needs to be made there as well. And so while it's a decently complex model, there are many, many revenue streams that could be, created from that. And so with that, we're able to charge placement fees for our tenants. We're able to transact payments online, right? So it's convenient for an intern who's 20 years old to pay their payments online. And so 80% of them we've modeled are gonna opt to pay that payment online. So to your point, we have several customers, and being that we're pre-revenue, we don't know exactly what that acquisition cost is going to be, but there are plenty of options, I think. Did you have an additional question? That first
Yes,
question?
Raven.
Okay.
Yes, Raven. Where we live is as significant as what we eat and how we save lives,
Yes.
which each of you are addressing one of those elements today. When you're giving people referral or creating networks for where people live, what are the implications back to you in terms of your insurance or your credibility around where you're recommending people live? Not just in the security of neighborhoods, but in the safety and the cleanliness of what you're referring. What type of insurance does that encumber you to? Or are you conducting your business in a way that that mitigates that risk for you and for your customer? And how are you determining which residences you offer for recommendation?
Yes, ma'am. And so when we select apartment complexes or current leaseors like Airbnb folks who currently list their property there, they have to have at least a 4-star rating in order to be a part of our platform. And so we check Yelp, we also check Airbnb, of course, and that's how we make sure that they're secure and validated residents. And then from a student perspective, those clients or those interns are mandated to have background checks coming into employment, and so we also are able to make sure that the tenants themselves are proper.
Are you working with those students through connections with universities, or how are you sourcing and branding your service to the student population?
Right, yes, ma'am. So that's a great question. Today we have a beta version of our app or our web application, and so today we're marketing to those students, getting their information via that beta app. And the way that we're reaching them today is we're going right through their corporations. And so those relationships that I've built with Wells and Bank of America, et cetera, we're going through them to get to their interns.
Be very careful that you honor privacy rights as you do that. That's the big gap in your product or your service offering that you want to make sure does not become an issue in your growth and your build out.
Yes, thank you.
Mike, I have a question, but it's really, again, a comment in regards to presentation. If you would imagine this is Shark Tank, all right, and you were presenting, you didn't get to the point that would be the most important point first. You took us off into statistics and things, and you never got to the point of, if I invest money here, how are you going to make money, right? So those slides got skipped over altogether because you spent 3 minutes discussing other things. You got to get to the point right away as to this is the business, this is the model, and this is how it's going to make money, and this is what your investment would do. I think I understand what the problem you're trying to solve, which is interns trying to find housing on a short-term basis when they're there for 3 months or 4 months or whatever the period might be. And then you got to get to what is your USP? What's your unique selling proposition? Why do I want to use this product, the intern local product, over whatever the other products may be? And then, again, how are you going to make money? I'm not sure I even got you asked the question, but I'm not sure I even got to the answer of where's the margin in this? How are you going to make money in this? If someone put money into this for you, how are you getting money back? You said there's 4 different avenues for you to get money, but it's not clear. You didn't get a chance to get to that. And frankly, we're into the 10th minute of this. It's not the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to go through the 3 minutes. But if you could summarize very quickly, how are you going to make money out of what you're talking about with this intern local?
Yes.
Because there's a lot of competition in this area, right? A lot of competition, individual competition, companies and others that are trying to do the same exact thing. Tell me what is your unique seller properties, USP, and how you're going to make money.
Yes. So our unique selling proposition is there is currently no platform nationwide that connects interns to one another or to short-term housing. So there is one competitor, it's internhousing.com, that connects you with a short-term housing population, but they're only in certain cities. And then also when it comes to connecting the interns themselves for roommate opportunities, that platform doesn't do that. So that's our USP. In terms of the way we generate revenue, we go to the corporation, we charge them $100 per intern that they want to access the platform. So if we say we have, let's say 400 interns, which we do at Bank of America, then that's $40,000 right there, right? So the second component of our revenue is that we offer convenience boxes. So we purchase convenience boxes for $40. We upsell 30%. So we charge the intern rather $60. So that's a markup right there of $20 per intern that utilizes those boxes. Then we process a placement fee. So 3%, which is the same as Airbnb standard today. 3% of that 1 month's rent we take from the lessor for placing a tenant there. And then lastly, we allow the interns to process payments on our site, and just like any other processor, we take a small transaction fee of 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction. So with that, with a pilot of 400 interns, we would generate $79,000 of revenue. It'll cost us, I'm sorry.
Does this product exist now?
It does not. It does not. We're pre-revenue.
So this is speculative at this point.
Yes, absolutely.
It's not an actual, it's not proven out. You've not done it yet. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
All right. Good job, girl. Good job. You did your job. Thank you.
And I just have one question for you. Just curious. Tell me, how tough is it to be up here as the judges are critiquing and advising? What's that process like?
It's tough. They are sharks in and of themselves, for sure. It's tough. You can prepare for a presentation, but you can't anticipate what they're going to ask. So that's the tough part.
Good job. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that was good. You stood there and took it, champ, too. I couldn't handle no company be up here talking to them. I'd just walk off. My company wouldn't be good at all. What's your USB? Let me go. I ain't supposed to be in here. I don't even know what the hell that is.
Judges,
I think it's...
Before you go, we got one more thing for you. Before you go, judges.
Is it one more?
Yes, please.
It's one more?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, it's one more. Thank you.
That's okay. See, it's tough being a judge, Junior. It's tough. And I would do the same thing. In a heartbeat, I'd be gone.
Yeah, dog.
So.
It's tough talk. But you know what? That's part of the business. That's the tough. And it's not to hurt you. It's to build you. You know what I'm saying? They're not here to tear you down. They're here to build you up. But it's tough, though. It's tough getting criticized for something, you know, that you put your heart and soul into. But it's to help you. And she stood there and took that, and I really appreciate you. And get a judge around of applause, man. They know their business.
Judges have a tough job. All right.
Butch was backstage, and he said, "What's up, dog?" And then he get out here in front. Now he all business and everything. I didn't even know he knew all that. I didn't even know he knew all that. He was so cool. Like, Joe, what's up, man? Glad to have you here, Black Enterprise. What's your USB? I said, this dude for real.
All right, here we go, Junior. Next up, Yolanda Florina Perkins of Swimmy Caps. Come on up. We can give her another round of applause.
Swimming cap?
Swimming. Mm-hmm.
While serving a 3-year federal prison sentence almost 10 years ago, I made 3 promises to myself: that I would own up to my mistakes, reframe my mindset, and use my adversity to create an opportunity. That opportunity came in the form of Swimmy Caps. Here's the problem. My daughter Bella loves to swim, and Bella wanted a swim cap with a little girl on it that looked like her. However, there were none available that could identify with her image, or that she could identify with. And here's the solution: Swimmy Caps. Swimmy Caps is disrupting the swimwear accessories industry, as we are the first swim cap brand to feature images of Black and brown kids on swim caps to encourage and empower them to get in the water and learn how to swim. Here's the 3 things about Swimmy Caps. Our target areas for ages 3 to 11. They're eco-friendly, and the material is made of silicone. Did you know that less than 1% of African American kids swim competitively? So here's the facts. According to the USA Swimming, 64% of African American kids cannot swim, and they drown at a rate 5.5 times higher, faster than their white counterparts. In the US alone, 3,500 accidental drownings happen every year. That's about 10 a day. You do the math. Swimming Caps does more than solve a problem. We encourage and provide confidence to Black and brown kids to explore an area of sport that's underrepresented and an activity that's underrepresented. Increases their self-efficacy, thereby improving their abilities and capacities to learn how to swim. As a minority woman, I have full textured hair, and so does my daughter Bella. And what Swimming Cap does is that it provides that extra coverage of protection of hair, especially for those women that has large volumes of hair and braids, and also synthetic hair as well and weave, right? So how do we differ from our competition? I tell you, not only are the images of representation of that minority matters on our swimming caps, and that representation matters, right? But our functionality of sealing and protecting your hair while in the water. The cost, we currently manufacture our products internationally, and it costs $1.40. Our retail cost online is $19.99 with a profit margin of 93%. We launched in November of 2017, and within 6 months' time today, we have sold over 1,700 caps internationally and within the United States. It's a $64 million industry, $1.2 billion industry, and we're taking a portion of it. So we're scaling up, and this is how we're going to scale up. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yolanda, I am so glad that buzzer hit, because I could hardly sit in my seat with this question for you. You see, on my bucket list, I've done a lot in my life, but I have a bucket list too, and on it is to learn to swim. As a kid in Tarboro, North Carolina, I never hit the swimming pool because one of 6 girls, I was the one with, what do you call it, the full volume hair? And I did not like getting out of the swimming pool back then with my hair in an afro, because James Brown hadn't yet told us to be black and proud. Your solution is awesome, and I can see it represented for kids all over the world. Here's my question. You got one that'll fit me?
I do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You've addressed safety, you've addressed the environment, you've addressed cost, you've addressed the market share opportunity you have. How do you brand it?
Great question. I brand swimming caps multiple ways, but one of my most pride brand reps is my daughter, Bella. And I brand her by allowing her and our family to be transparent. And so everyone that follows us on social media, because I use social media as a tool to direct everyone to our site, and I utilize my daughter, who is just as outgoing as I am, to tell people why she loves her swimming cap. We don't tell them to buy. We tell them why and how, and then that leads them to it. So I brand in multiple ways, but I brand with my daughter, I brand with my family, and I brand because the product is just awesome.
Well, you may have served time, but what I did to myself was criminal, and you've set me free. Thank you.
Amen.
Thanks, Yolanda. I have a question. Where are you manufacturing the product? You mentioned your product price is $120 to produce?
$1.40.
$1.40. So where are you currently manufacturing and packaging your caps?
So we currently manufacture and have our product packaging internationally. Would you like to know the actual country?
Yeah.
China, currently.
Okay, and the retail, what do they retail for?
They retail on our website, www.swimmycaps.com for $19.99.
Great. And who handles your fulfillment and distribution? Who handles your fulfillment and distribution, and where are they currently sold?
They are currently sold right now online. We are actively pursuing other retailers' locations, and they are distributed from Lehigh Acres, Florida, which is my home area.
So you guys ship them?
Yes, we do.
Last question. Just to be clear, what exactly differentiates a swimmy cap from like a Speedo cap other than the picture of the black girl on it?
So that's a great question. So while you can go to Speedo and get you a cap, keep in mind that your cap won't have an image of a representation that will encourage your child to go out and get in the water and want to learn how to swim. But also how we differentiate is that we make sure, because I have a large volume of hair, and my hair is natural, and so is my daughter. And one of the things that I look for and that was not out there was something that would protect our hair. And so I don't want to get in the water and then have my cap having come off almost off my head. So it was important that in the process of looking for this, that we had something that would actually provide a full coverage of hair to reduce with the minimum leakage coming into the hair, the water.
So it's the size. So it's a larger size cap?
So yes, our sizes ranges can fit toddlers ages 3 all the way up to adults. And the largest volume of hair for dreadlocks, if you want to have braids or whatever, our size can fit you.
I think it's about the shape of the product as well, then, huh?
Yeah, I was just asking because, and also when you're in a competition and you're being asked questions, try to be really just direct and answer it. So I really just am asking, what is the difference? So not beyond the image. So are you saying that it's the shape is different to fit the hair, or
yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe I didn't understand the question correctly.
Yeah, like what makes the cap different other than the picture?
Our swimming caps different, especially the large volume, is because of the style and the way, not the style, but the shape of the cap is large and it fits the dread. So you don't have to fit your hair if you have large locks or if you want to have braids, or it's the way the cap is designed. It's designed so that your hair can fit comfortably without tugging and pulling on your hair, and it's an ease fit, comfortable fit.
That's great. Thank you. And that's, next time somebody asks you, say the design. Our caps are designed to fit various hairstyles from dreadlocks to braids and not just tight like a Speedo, because then we can relate to that.
Okay.
I think the idea is a very good idea. I wouldn't be so quick to say you have to try to get to retail, because there are a lot of businesses that do very, very well just with an online business. And it would seem to me what you should be able to do since you're putting pictures of black kids or kids of color, is ultimately you should be able to take a picture and let people take the picture of their own child and take that picture and put it on the cap. I'm sorry, I took your idea, my brother.
So.
You didn't know. Don't let the sweet taste fool you.
No, man, I'm just surprised I just saw you backstage. This boy is cold.
You didn't know. But I think that is an idea, because it's not just about an image of having a person of color. Yes. What's unique is the design. Design is, I love your term, you have voluminous hair, right? Which is another way of saying we have black hair and not thin hair, and we have to create a design that helps for us to be able to, not for us, but
it gets bigger in water.
For women with thick hair in water. But what would really make it unique is if you could take and customize it and put a picture of my own child or some other child or something like that on that exact cap. Now it really becomes their cap.
Yes,
and that's their thing.
Yes, and just so you know, that is on my vision board for 2019 to have that offered available.
Yolanda, we got to take this. We got to take this all the way, because Butch is giving you sage advice. Yes. I mean, just here at Black Enterprise, you've had at this event, you've had several people who have great followings. Hand them a cap. Hand it from mommy and me. Okay. Yes. Hand it to them. You've got men who are very invested in their daughters and their sons. Guys wear big hair too. I mean, tell T.I., put your babies in my cap the next time they swim.
Okay.
Yes. Go there.
Yolanda, can you swim?
Yes.
You can. So my Yolanda, I have a Yolanda as well, who's her birthday today, and I'm going to teach her how to swim and get a voluminous cap for her. So Yoli, we're going to teach you how to swim as well. I know you can't swim right now. Yes. She can float, though. She can float, but she can't swim. Thank you, Yolanda.
Thank you. I have caps.
Thank you, girl. Also about swimming caps.
This is what she wants.
You don't even have to. You don't even need water.
The design.
Exactly.
You can go to bed like this.
It's not just. It's not just.
You go to church like this. You just go to school like this. Get you a swimming cap. Thank you so much, Yolanda. Thank you so much, girl. I like it. It feel good. I'm telling you right now, your hair ain't getting wet. This is airtight here. I can't even hear.
Real cute.
This cap's so tight. I'm talking about it take your hearing.
Yes.
If you don't want your children bothering you, put on a swimming cap. You ain't gonna hear a damn thing.
Hey, Junior. Junior, you want Butch to wear? Should Butch put a cap on to try it on?
Nah. You gonna put on a swimming cap?
You want to try a cap on?
Oh, no.
You sure? Okay. All right.
Oh, Mr. Grace, I got an image. I don't know about y'all.
The cap looks good on you, but it doesn't teach you how to swim.
No,
You're gonna have to do that on your own.
See, that's what I love about this cap. Cause see, this cap I'm talking about, right? Blood, your blood pressure high. Put this cap on. Lower it right away. Cap is great, girl. Go ahead, Yolanda. I am not mad at you. You know what? That's how you. I'm all for people that turn their life around. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I'm all for people who turn their life around.
She's big like this, bigger. Oh my goodness.
You're welcome. I'm wearing it for the rest of the day, okay? I am not mad.
She got the cap on.
Oh, yeah.
My girl, don't it feel good? It feels good, doesn't it? It feels good, doesn't it? It's so tight, though. You don't get no water in there. No water at all. I know that's right. You can sit in your hot tub at home in it. You can do all that. Swimming cap. Get you one. Man, what we got next, man? Well, I got this cap on.
You look good, man. You look good.
Dog, I always look good. I don't care. I'm already crazy. This is easy for me. You can wear this everywhere. Think about it. Y'all know how y'all be wearing them little women, y'all be wearing them little buns that be, y'all be tying up and stuff in the front. Then y'all go to the club. You need somebody in there with a swimming cap in the same group. We gonna kill her, boy. I'll tell you right now. You put a bean pie in my hand right now. I'm selling right now.
That's it, legit. All right. Here we go.
I don't even know why I'm so crazy. Come on, what we got next?
Okay,
dog?
here we go. Remember, we had the pop-up pitch. Randomly, Junior, people put their business cards in a bowl. We picked their names out, and they pitched in front of us. So now you guys can vote for them. What I want you to do, take your phones out, go to the agenda, and bring up this session on your app. This is very important, and you'll find the way to vote. So we're going to hear their pitches in the next few seconds, and we'll see what happens, Junior.
All right, so this is the pop-up pitch.
That's right.
How long they have?
They have exactly 60 seconds.
60 seconds.
That's right.
To pitch us.
That's right.
Okay, cool.
All right, here we go. So the first one up, Keenan Johnson of K. John's Marketing Group. Keenan, come on up.
All right.
Okay.
What's up, man? Go ahead.
Give him another round of applause.
Give him a round of applause. Come on, Keenan. What do you think, man?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Keenan Johnson, and I'm the founder and CEO of K. John's Marketing Group, where we take your business from average to savage. Now, what we do is utilize social media to your advantage to take the stress away from you having to, to handle your social media. But we take that stress away from you and allow us to do it. We are a group of young, motivated, and certified college students that are based here out of Charlotte, North Carolina, attending Johnson & Wales University. Most of us are majoring in business management and marketing, so that way we can better certify your business. Now, you can reach me at www.kjohnsmarketinggroup.com or at kjohnsmarketinggroup on Twitter and on Instagram. Thank you very much.
You had 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, cool. You could have sold us some more. I just want to show you had 8 more seconds to sell us on. No, it was a good job, man. Great job, bro. Like that bow tie, man. Go on here, brother. Who else we got?
Joe, that's what you do. Just stand by right there, Joe. Yeah, so who up next? You ready, Kimba? All right, up next, Kimber Williams of BK Naturals, LLC.
All right. All right, now go ahead, girl.
Thank you, thank you. Hello, my name is Kimber Williams. I'm the CEO and co-founder of BK Naturals, a manufacturing company that is in the business of protecting women's health through all natural feminine care. Here's why. In 2017 alone, over 100,000 women's lives were devastated by infertility, ovarian cancer, or death due to the harmful ingredients in their everyday feminine care products. Every major feminine care brand today, it has these ingredients. And with a $43 billion industry, they seem to be more concerned about their wealth than your health. So in 2016, my OBGYN co-founder and myself created Couché. It's all natural care for down there. I want you to find us at Couché.com, and I encourage you to Couché your way to a happy, healthier you. Couché.com and Amazon. Thank you, everybody. What's up?
Girl.
Yes. Come on,
Girl.
Couché. Yes.
Woo, somebody thinking about us.
K-U-S-H-A-E. Hey.
Go ahead, girl. I'm not bad. Good job. All right.
You ain't got no
the way.
question?
Can you do the whole thing with it fun like?
All natural care for down there. What's up?
So, all natural care
For
down there.
Yes. Stay away from these chemicals, ladies. I love you guys.
All right, that's a great job. Thank you so much.
All right.
All natural care down there. You know what I'm
Hey,
talking
Jody,
about. Oh man, that was so
But
cool.
I mean, is there, Junior, I don't think there's not a man here, I know my house, who hasn't gone to CVS, Walgreens late at night and picked up those things for down there. I mean, I've done it. Am I alone?
Dog, you by yourself, dog. I ain't.
Oh, well.
Dog, I ain't mad. I ain't mad.
Jody, come on.
I ain't got nobody at home. What I'll be down there for? You have to go. You trained. Go down there and get it. Okay.
That's exactly how it is. Exactly. All right. So we got one more. We got one more.
We got one more. Who we got?
One more. All right. Monica Benton. Monica
Miss
Benton Enterprises. Come on up.
Go ahead, Mom.
guys. My name is Monica Benton. I'm from Monica Benton Enterprises. I am an African-American, veteran-owned female construction company. I started it from the ground up a few years ago, about 25 years ago, and I pride myself on helping people obtain home ownership. Home ownership is very important to me. And right now, the construction industry is about $1 trillion industry, as we always know. They're building everywhere. So we are focusing on probably about 1% of that. I am bi-coastal. I'm in California and North Carolina. Thank you. Oh, you can reach me, I'm sorry. You can reach me at bentonmonica3035 at gmail.com, or mbe.com, monicabentonenterprises.com.
All right, girl. I ain't mad at you.
Thank you very, very much.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Good job.
Jody, just come
Good
on up
job.
for 2 seconds. I just want to acknowledge you.
Yeah, good job.
So listen, it takes a lot to give pitches and be coached, and I just want to acknowledge you, to say hello to everybody, briefly what you do and who you are.
Good afternoon. My name is Jody Brockington, and I actually coached all three of them, so what you saw today was definitely better than yesterday. Don't know if they're at their prime. I think it's more than one session that makes a perfect pitch. But the idea of pitching is that you have to do it all the time. If you're an entrepreneur, you are your pitch, and it could be 2 seconds, it could be 2 minutes, it could be 2 hours, as long as you have someone's ear. And you could be selling for your business, you could be selling for your brand, and you could be selling yourself. Today we saw mostly products versus services, but it's very hard for me to sell myself, right? I have to sell you that I can make your brand better, or I can make your business grow. So I have 2 of my own companies. One is Niara Consulting, which really does a lot of the business development and relationship building, because to have a great business, you can't go alone. You need partners. That doesn't mean in your business, but For example, with Couché, she might want to partner with a few companies that work with women because her product is for down there for women.
You heard her.
Right? As for our marketing guru,
little extra care.
He works with real estate agents mostly, so he wants to find other real estate agents, right? So you can't do it alone. So one is the partnership, and my other is Brockington and Lewis, where we do the branding PR and make sure once you have a business, your brand stays out there, right? You can't, if no one knows who you are, no one knew the people you met today. After today, once they win, they're going to get some pub from just being here at Black Enterprise, but you can't, that's not enough. It's not the Oprah effect. One hit is not enough. You have to stay out here all the time.
All the time.
So if you're not funny a couple of times, people are like, oh. Right?
All the time.
So I make sure he stays funny and stays in the right population.
Absolutely.
And continue to network as we did with Raymond earlier on in the week. That's constant. But I only coached them for about an hour or so yesterday to get them to where they are. And unlike the contestants, they only had their 60 seconds, but they did great. So sometimes your elevator ride is short. You only got one stop, but you got to get it in. Oh, and if you want to reach me, the best place is LinkedIn. I'm Jody with an I, Brockington, on LinkedIn, and my company is niaraconsulting.com. And you can find me across all social media under my name. And I really, if you don't want to connect with me, you don't want to connect with me because I'm findable. So I hope to see you all next year at this and find out who won from our 3 pop-ups, as well as the 4 finalists. So, and actually Miss Lush was in, the other thing I want to promote is I'm here on behalf of the National Urban League, who is one of my clients. And if you are interested in pitching again, please join us in Columbus, Ohio on August 4th. And you can pitch there as well as have another free day of all training for entrepreneurs and small business owners who look like you.
All right, Miss Jody. That is awesome.
All right, so Junior, we got a lot more to go on, but we got some stage time. The judges are deliberating now in the back. They're deciding who's going to be the next 2 finalists.
Okay.
The 4 finalists who are up, they're excited and waiting. What are we going to do? What's going to happen?
Okay. Right now, for me, I don't know, them pies.
They hit the spot.
I don't care who wins. But them pies, is she going to be around all day?
Yes, we can arrange that, yeah.
Is she going to be around all day? I'll be behind. By the time I leave Black Enterprise, I'm going to be 280, 290. I'm going to be eating these pies. The pie was good. And all the pictures, though, all the pictures were really good, though. You know, they really, really were good. And I'm having fun, man. This is really some of the coolest stuff I've ever done in my life. I like watching people build their dream. Absolutely. You know, it takes a lot. It takes stuff like this. You have to come up here and pitch. You have to pitch.
It's tough.
You know, like even when I'm doing television, like we do television, there's a pitch room. We have a pitch room. Sometimes I go in there, I pitch something, they like it. Sometimes I go in there like, man, what was you thinking? I don't know.
And what happens in the pitch room? Tell us more about this pitch room. What's this pitch room
Oh,
all about?
you know, like all the producers of the shows, you know, I don't know if y'all know that I'm no longer just junior. I'm Emmy nominated now for life. And I like all my titles, please, when you address me today. Don't just say junior, it's Emmy nominated. You don't know nobody else. I'm the only one. But you get in the rooms and you go in these rooms and these producers, because television is this imaginary place, right? And you have to be out your mind to work in it because everybody is just pitching stuff all the time. They're pitching TV shows. Do you know in Hollywood you can sell an idea? Did you not? I didn't even know that. You can just sell an idea. It don't even have to be a show. Somebody just buys an idea off of you. And they're pitching all the time. That's why we have so much stuff on TV right now. Somebody pitched that. All these channels, everything's in, all this content, somebody pitched that.
What about the bad ideas? What happens? The bad ideas?
You don't ever see them. You don't ever see bad ideas. Where is he? Why is you running over? What happened?
I just...
Oh, no, he be taking out. Once again, he back at the stove. You're doing good, man. I appreciate you, man. You're doing good.
I got 2 ladies in my house, Junior. I mean, in here. Let me not go on before I get in trouble. Okay, so instructions real quick. How many have voted already? Okay, how many have not voted already? We need you to vote. Pick up your phone.
Go on the app and vote right now. What he not telling you? It's 2 votes and it's a tie. We need somebody to break it.
No. Please vote, vote, vote. But no, pitching is tough. And I think
no,
that,
where they ask, where do you vote? Where do you
oh,
vote?
yeah, you take your app, bring up the agenda, scroll down or up, depending on how your brain thinks, to this section right here, this time today, which is like
What's
more
the
than
thingamajiggy? What is that?
Thingamajiggy is like one of those things where you have no clue what you're saying,
Yeah.
and your brain just...
Because you threw that in there like on the app, though.
Exactly, yeah.
Go on the thingamajiggy? That ain't an app? Is that...
That's what it is. If you look in the app, it'll say thingamajiggy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Go ahead, man. I'm just...
But yeah, I was going to give because Junior said he's, his Emmy Award winning, so I just wanted to read it again. So,
yeah,
he's a rising star, a writer and producer, earned credit for several shows such as the Emmy Award-winning daytime television hit Steve, Miss Universe, Showtime at the Apollo on Fox.
Though you read my resume again?
Yeah, I was going to do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. And Little Big Shots on NBC. He is also heard weekdays from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time throughout the country on the Steve Harvey Morning Show radio broadcast, and affectionately referred to as Junior. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, your favorite play cousin, Kid Junior Spade.
Black folk ain't really about nothing. I don't know why you read the whole resume again, but then I got into it, though. Man, go ahead and read it. I did all that. I didn't even know. I'm out here. What we waiting on?
We waiting on the judge, but I got a few questions for you, if I may.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, so listen. People, how many are curious to know about his career and, his rise to the top and advice for us? Anybody curious to know? Okay, any questions?
I'll take some questions. Go ahead.
Okay, any questions for Junior?
Go ahead.
And who has a question? Anybody has questions? Raise your hand high. Raise your hand high. Questions. Hi, I know somebody got a question. I can see it out there. I can smell it. I'm smelling it over here somewhere, right here. Yep, right here. Yep. Sir, I see you have a question. Stand up. Yeah, stand up. I know you got a question. Yeah, you do. I know. I know what you want. Junior, I know what he wants to know.
Dog, you ain't got to pay these folks no question.
His question, Junior, for you is...
Dog, my check's still the same. It don't matter. They ask me or not. Go ahead.
You could ask me.
Oh. What he wants to know is, how difficult is it to be a comedian? Is it a hard job to do? But now you ask him. 1 second.
That was my question.
I know. Ask him. Go ahead, ask him.
How difficult is it for you to be a comedian?
There we go. See, I knew it.
To be a comedian? You know what, man? It's not... I don't look at it as being difficult because this is something I enjoy doing. I think you have to have a gift for laughter. I think it's got to be something that's in you to do. Everybody can't just be a comedian. It's not designed that way. But for me, it's more fun. It's purpose. It's not even work. Like, it's just something that I just love doing. And the more you do it, the easier it is. That's all.
We got another question, Junior.
Go ahead, man.
All right, miss. And tell them who you are a little bit.
Go ahead, girl. Like your hair. Go ahead.
Thank you kindly. I'm Natasha Oates. I'm a speaker and a love and life coach. I have a question. What would be some beginning steps for someone who wants to come on TV, like for a substitute host on a show? What would you suggest?
Are you trying to come on? You trying to come on Steve's show?
Why not?
You trying to substitute for Steve though?
But I know that hosts go on vacation, they get sick,
If
and that's
they
a
say,
great
ladies
way
and gentlemen, here's Steve, and you turn the corner. Steve ain't got hair. But what's the question though? What you want to do? What is it?
As far as branding, I know TV is a great way to put yourself out there. Yeah. So what are some steps that you can do to get on TV?
Okay. Well, first of all, first step I would say is you have to go where they're making TV. I think a lot of people don't like to move. Like my first job before I got on the radio, I lived in Houston. Then Steve said, "Hey man, you're gonna have to move to Atlanta." I had never lived outside of Texas. And I think that's one thing about it is you have to go where the work is. If they're over here playing basketball, you can't be over here by yourself playing by yourself. You have to go over there and play basketball. If you just have to be where the action is. You cannot sit around and change. Change is going to be uncomfortable. You're not going to like it. But if you love what you're doing, you'll go. Simple as that.
Awesome advice. We got a next question up here.
Hey, man, how you doing, man?
And Junior, this is from Joyce Cooper.
What's your name, love?
Joyce Cooper.
Hey, Joyce Cooper. What's going on, JC?
JC.
How I know that? Go ahead.
Because you're a smart man and you don't wear glasses.
What's going on, girl?
You mentioned that we could pitch ideas to Hollywood. Could you give us some advice as to how we could go about doing that?
How to do what? Hold on, come on.
Pitch an idea.
Oh, how to pitch an idea.
Yes.
Yeah, the first thing I think is important when you're pitching is knowing exactly what it is you want to pitch or what the idea is. Don't have too many steps to it. A lot of people put a whole lot of stuff to it. Stick to the simple principle idea of what it is you're pitching. So if I'm pitching something on racing, you know, I don't want to go too far into racing in the sky, no, we're just talking about running, racing. That's it. Mostly to the idea. Don't have way too many arms and legs on it. See, that's the only thing you have to do. That's my best advice for pitching. That's what I do. I pitch my idea, I stick to it. It's kind of like when I tell jokes. If I'm telling jokes about this, then I just stick to that one subject until I'm done. Can't throw something else in there and make no sense. That's all. Oh, the judge is back. You ready?
Take one more question, Junior. One more question for me, please.
What's going on? Okay, what happened? Just take one more question. Go ahead. Is there more questions out here? Go ahead. Go ahead, girl. Come on. Come on down here. Yes. That's great. Yeah. I tell you, I already know where Eddie at. I done been there. You understand? I went to college. You know what I do? What I do now? My parents thought I was out my mind because I said this is what I wanted to do. You know, they thought I was out my mind when I told them that, hey, the son y'all had 18 years ago, he don't want to go to school no more. And my daddy said, okay, well then, to keep living here, what are you going to do? I said, Mom, Dad, I'm going to be a comedian. And I'm telling you, that's probably the best joke they ever heard in their life. Because right after that, everybody was in the flow. The word spread about me wanting to be a comedian so fast. So when I went to my grandmother's house on Sunday, everybody in the family was over there talking about, here come the comedian. How much money we make this week, Mr. Comedian? And it was hurtful because y'all always told us that we're going to support your dream. What you're really saying is you're going to support what you want me to be. And I just had a different dream. I had a different way. I had a different feel. I was not like everybody else. And my mom and dad laughed at me hard to where it hurt. And then when I started out being a comedian, I wasn't making no money. I promise God, the first time they paid me for making money stand up, $35. They paid it to me. I thought I made a lot of money. They gave it to me in small bills. They gave me 2 10s.
It was that bad, Junior.
The rest was one.
So, Junior?
I got the 20 and stopped. 20, 21, 22, 23. I see where this is going. But here's the thing. I will tell you that he can't quit. He can't quit. See, the vision that God gave me for my life was way different than what my parents said. And they had to deal with that. But guess what, though? I'm going to tell you right now, Lord have mercy. All right, Junior, so we go. Woo. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, you ready?
Can we please?
Cry. You better get off
Can we give it up to Junior, please? Can we give it up?
Yeah, you better get back to this competition.
Can we give it up? Can we give it up?
Instead of being about to cry how far I done came.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Junior, guess what?
Oh, go ahead.
We have the 4 finalists here, and we now know, Junior, who the winners, who the next finalists are. And all of you ladies, I think all of them, am I correct, judges? All of them did very well. I mean, all of them did very well. All of them did very well. But I must say, indeed, this is a competition. So, can I get a drum roll? But all of you did great. Well, thank you so much. But I'm happy to say that the judges have decided that the 2 finalists who are going to the next round, Junior, are Lush Yummies.
All right.
And
what's wrong, dog? Dog.
CPR.
Oh, boy. I'm the wrong person to fall out in front of.
Others, thank you so much, but you can just exit the stage.
Thank y'all.
And everyone can exit the stage.
Thank you so much. I still love swim cats, girl. I'm telling you right now. Thank you so much. I really do. I appreciate it.
And actually, Lush Yummies, why don't you just stay on the stage?
Yeah, y'all just stay on up here. Y'all ain't got to go nowhere. Y'all ain't got. Where you going? Y'all just stay on up. Just
but Lush Yummies, you can just come. You'll start your.
Come on. You just stand right here with me, girl.
So again, the rules. Can we give her another round of applause and congratulations? All right. So I see 30 seconds on the clock. Maybe it's 60, but I'll leave that to whoever knows. And you have okay, I think it's 60. The clock is there. You can look at the clock. Okay, it's 30. So, yeah.
You heard, Tina. It's
improvise.
30.
That's okay. Do what you can do. And you can stand right here in the center and begin when you can. All right.
Some of our greatest successes have come from securing major accounts, and some of our greatest challenges have come from scaling. We have conquered those challenges by finding ways to increase capacity, production, and efficiency in our kitchen. That includes purchasing a walk-in freezer, creating automation in our kitchen, and hiring trainable staff. In addition to that, we have a great team of skilled advisors behind this company. Thank you.
Y'all know since I've been on the stage, I've made like mistake after mistake, sometimes after mistake. It's 60 seconds. I think it's only fair for this young lady. We're going to give her her full time. Because 30, am I right, Junior? 30 seconds, 60 seconds, two different things.
No,
Isn't
no.
it?
I thought it was too short, but I don't run nothing. So.
Yeah, so we're going to give her a 60-second count. If we can, a 60-second count. Thank you. And let's begin. You can start again. You ready to go? Take a breathe. Collect yourself.
Yeah.
Collect yourself. You good?
Ma'am, you have a whole minute, okay, ma'am?
Okay, thank you.
Just want to make sure I put that out there.
Okay, all right. Some of our greatest successes have come from securing major accounts, and some of our greatest challenges have come from scaling. We have conquered those challenges by finding ways to increase production, efficiency, and capacity in our kitchen. We've taken necessary steps to purchase a walk-in freezer, create automation in our kitchen, and hire trainable staff. I've quit my job, poured my heart, soul, and a whole lot of butter into these fourth-generation pies. Now that I have a partnership with Kroger and Meijer, I have a great need for funding today to be able to meet order demands. In addition to that, we have a great team of advisors standing behind us, representing organizations such as Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program, Michigan State Product and Development Center, and Prosperous Detroit. Thank you so much.
All right. Give it to her. Yeah. Yeah, come on.
Can we give a round of applause to CPR Rap? Come on up.
You're standing in line and you witness a newborn baby have a seizure and go into cardiac arrest, and no one knows CPR. You're standing there talking to a family member, and all of a sudden, they're on the ground unconscious. Emergencies like this happen every day, and this is why I invented CPR Rap, a disposable CPR template that empowers any bystander to perform safe, efficient CPR. It is an all-in-one product. It can be used in the home, in the business, anywhere that you need it to be. So, if you want to empower yourself, your family, and your employees, go to www.cprrap.com to become empowered. Thank you.
Oh, man.
All right. So, Junior, I think our judges are going to deliberate a bit more now, and we're going to pick our finalists to one finalist. And now, do we have the decision yet of the app vote for the pop-up finalist? Do we have that decision yet? I guess my team will let me know.
Do we have it?
That. Not yet.
Okay, we need 4 more of y'all to get the app out and vote so we can have, it's still a tie. We need y'all to go ahead and vote right now. Do we have the information?
We got it's a secret, but
Thank you so much. We got, is the results is in?
It's coming. They're going to come up. It's a secret, but we got
Okay.
it.
All right, go ahead.
Y'all excited to know who won?
Yeah. Is it any money in this? What's the grant? You didn't say what the prize was.
That's a good question. I think
What's the prize for the pop-up?
I think the prize is fame and glory.
Man, what the hell? I would win something down here. Y'all talk about some fame and glory. Come on, King. All three of y'all, yeah. Y'all got it. Ain't no prize in that for real? What they tell y'all the prize was? That's it. I'm going to get y'all a prize. That's okay. I'm going to get y'all a prize. Don't worry about it. Y'all going to get something. Okay, though, but that ain't going to be the prize for this here. He said, I just want to see Steve Harvey. Well, you ain't finna see not here.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, all of them did very, very well, correct? Can we give them a round of applause?
But what's the prize, though?
It's fame
I think
and
y'all
glory,
playing.
man.
It's fame and glory
It's
for
fame and
real.
glory.
Oh, no, I ain't going to let them do that, man.
Okay.
I'm going to give $100 or something.
Okay, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay.
You know, y'all back there, y'all was over there coaching for 3 days. $100
from
Junior. Can we give him a round of applause?
Y'all pitches have started out real slow. When this day one. When we do this, day two. When you know, did today. Hey, we are here for, you know, we're the only, they had their whole speeches down, so we got to give them something. Just, I don't like hard work just to go, you know, go to waste. Y'all worked on that.
Okay.
And so the grand prize is going to be fame and glory, and then I'm $100.
Oh, $100 from Junior. There, you can't get beat that. Okay. So,
that's,
ladies and gentlemen,
crazy.
I will reveal the winner, and if I didn't call your name, we just ask you to exit the stage, but we thank you for your hard work. So bottom line, Junior, is that, listen, CVS is a lonely place sometimes. Walgreens is a lonely place sometimes, but it is a necessity of life. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to say the judges have decided, you all decided, Kimber Williams!
Yeah. Girl. Yeah. 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 Congratulations. Girl, can you do it for me one more time?
Couche, it's all natural care for down there.
And you know what? And Junior, she gets a prize. So
you do get a prize.
I didn't know that.
I still want my $100.
No.
I got you, girl.
The prize is a BE library. So all week we've been talking about books that people should read for business. So there's a lot of business books in there, plus a Chromebook for you to get your pitch better, build up your business, and make everything great. Thank you for practicing with me. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Yeah, I saw that. That is awesome.
So, Junior, that was like my fourth mistake tonight, I think. My fourth or fifth tonight.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
I have a feeling I'm fired. Anyways.
She's still going to want that $100, ain't she? I know she is.
Y'all think Junior should still get the $100 since I was wrong? But wait a minute.
I'm going to give it to her.
But I was wrong.
Yeah.
I made a mistake. So, I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I'm going to give it to her. I'm not going to do it like that. Go ahead.
So, our judges have made a decision. And our two finalists, I think, can come to the stage. The two finalists can come to the stage, and we'll reveal who the
Lusty
winner
Yummies and CPR rap, y'all come on. Y'all come on up here. Y'all, this about this money now. This is what you've been waiting for. Talking about 10,000. You know, this. I'd smile too. Look at you, just ran on up here for 10,000. Go on, girl, just ran on up here.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give them both a round of applause for a great opportunity. I want to thank my fellow judges who did a great job. Let's thank them as well. And
Go ahead,
course,
man.
Huh? Oh, yes. You got the checks for you?
No, sir.
No. And I want to thank our two co-hosts.
Man, thank you so much for having me,
Junior,
sir.
thank you all
Thank
both
you
very
so
much. You know, they always say there can't be two winners, but there really are two winners. And both of you guys, both of you ladies have done an excellent job. And both of your products can, in fact, have long-term opportunities and growth. But there only can be one winner this afternoon. And without further ado, that winner is Lush Yummies. So what we'd like to do is have ladies come stand up, and we're going to take a photo with you. Congratulations to you. Okay. Cancel the music. Cut the music.
We can lower the music. Thank you.
Okay, I'm really overwhelmed. I think it was audience votes too.
So thank you so much for audience votes. Thank you so much for Black Enterprise having me here today. This was my second time, actually my third time applying for this competition, and so it means even more to me to be here today and to be able to compete. And I was so nervous, and I just want to say thank you so much. And I look forward to all of you having the opportunity to taste some of our Lush Yummies lemon butter pie at a Kroger or Meijer near you.
You can hold. And we have something, Junior, listen, so we got a few things. Do you want to add that little bit about the winner, what you want to do? You want to add that as well? And then we have some prizes for the pop-up people, okay? Oh, okay. So, in that case, ladies and gentlemen, listen, did you have a good time tonight? Did you have a good time this afternoon? Was it worth it? Yo, Junior, Junior, we want to thank you again, Junior. We want to, come to the stage, please. Listen, can we give Junior a warm round of applause? Oh, another round of applause for being off the chain. Junior, it was a pleasure working with you. Thank you so much. On behalf of Black Enterprise Entrepreneur Summit, again, thank you so much for being here, and we look forward to seeing you all later this evening. Have a great night, great afternoon.